Hello my friends, welcome to Stories in a Nutshell. Today we have a 2017 horror movie directed by David Bruckner, The Ritual. The film follows a group of friends who embark on a hiking trip in the Scandinavian wilderness to honor their friend who died a year ago. Luke, the protagonist, feels guilty for not being able to save Robert during a robbery at their local store, and the guilt and grief weighs heavily on him and the rest of the group. The group, consisting of Luke, Hutch, Phil, and Dom, all have different reasons for going on the trip and have varying levels of experience with outdoor activities. As they journey through the dense forest, they quickly realize that they are not alone. Strange occurrences and ominous symbols begin to plague the group, leading them to believe that they are being watched. They also discover that they have become lost and are unable to find their way out of the forest. The film is a masterful blend of psychological and supernatural horror, with a strong emphasis on atmosphere and tension. The dense, dark Swedish forest is used to great effect, creating a sense of isolation and unease that permeates throughout the film. As the group's tensions rise, they come across a mysterious cabin deep in the woods. The cabin is adorned with eerie symbols and appears to be uninhabited. Despite their reservations, they decide to take shelter in the cabin for the night. The supernatural elements are introduced slowly, creating a sense of unease and uncertainty that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. That night, strange things happen, and the group is plagued by nightmares and hallucinations. Luke, the group's leader, becomes increasingly paranoid and begins to suspect that one of his friends may be responsible for their situation. The next morning, they discover that their supplies have been tampered with and that their map has been destroyed. As they continue on their journey, they come across a group of locals who tell them about a pagan ritual that takes place in the forest. According to the locals, the ritual is meant to appease a malevolent spirit that resides in the woods. The group dismisses the story as a local legend and continues on their journey. The group's descent into the forest, the discovery of the abandoned village, and the increasing intensity of the hallucinations and nightmares all contribute to the tension and suspense of the film. However, their situation soon becomes dire as they are stalked by an unseen force and are plagued by strange visions. They soon realize that the pagan ritual is not just a legend and that they are in grave danger. In a desperate attempt to survive, they decide to participate in the ritual in the hopes of appeasing the spirit and ending their nightmare. The group's guilt and grief over Robert's death is a central theme throughout the film, and their personal demons are brought to the forefront as they are forced to confront the reality of their situation. The ritual involves a sacrifice, and the group must decide who will be the sacrifice. In a moment of panic, Luke volunteers himself as the sacrifice. The ritual is performed, but the spirit does not appear to be appeased. In a final showdown, the group discovers that the true sacrifice must come from the person who caused their friend's death. In the end, Luke accepts responsibility for his friend's death and sacrifices himself, bringing an end to the nightmare. In conclusion, The Ritual is a well-crafted horror film that effectively blends psychological and supernatural elements to create a tense and atmospheric story. The setting, characters, and performances are all strong, and the pacing and climax are satisfying. The film also explores themes of guilt, grief, and personal demons in a way that adds depth to the story. While it is not without its flaws, the film is a must-watch for fans of horror and will leave a lasting impression on audiences. The movie effectively creates an eerie atmosphere that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats, and the performances by the actors are strong, particularly Rafe Spall as the protagonist. The movie is a solid and well-crafted horror film that is definitely worth watching for fans of the genre. Thank you for watching Stories in a Nutshell. Please like, comment and subscribe to keep in touch with our latest movie and TV series reviews. Have a nice day.